touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
No, not the plants.
One person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times.
What the f?
This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
No, 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 no! Australia! AKA Khaled. I love Australians. I don't love Australia. Staying alive is already hard enough. I don't need to play life on legendary difficulty. Hi. My name is Master Sky, and welcome to More Parz, Mr. Australia, who's going to teach us all about the top 10 reasons to flee the country. So get comfy, because after this video, you won't be. Yay! Now let's get right into it, shall we?
Australia has a lot of spiders, but recently...
no!
Of course we fucking did. And the new one is the most certified Australia moment I've ever seen. For a bit of context, one of the several thousand spider species we are home to is the Sydney funnel web.
10,000?
Spider on the planet. Because of course it's down here. Where the fuck else did you think you were going to find it?
Spider
These scary looking fuckers are highly venomous and can flatline you with a bite in 15 minutes.
I am irrationally afraid of spiders. I have arachnophobia. One spider in particular scares the crap out of me. That being the daddy longlegs, which I don't know why, it just creeps me out. Is that weird? Do any of you guys have some irrational fear of a specific insect or animal, or is it just me?
And if you think wearing thick clothes will save you, beware the bastards have fangs long enough to punch through shoe leather. Now,
why?
I bring those little
What are you hunting?
What is the one thing worse than a spider rocking armor-piercing rounds that can send you to heaven with same-day delivery? A bigger spider rocking the same perk setup. That's right, Australians have found a brand new species of this funnel web that is even bigger.
Why couldn't it be a smaller one?
Well, the standard Sydney funnel web grows to around 5 centimetres or 2 inches.
And I mean, stop making me look at it.
2 inches is more than enough. 2 inches is actually fucking
two
huge.
inches is
By
massive.
comparison, this is the new one. It's twice the fucking size,
I hate
cunt.
it.
4
Thanks, I
inches
hate it.
of 8-legged menace to the animal kingdom. But that isn't even the best part.
I have a question. I have a question for God. Why?
Named this thing.
Why have you created such a thing?
Professional scientists named a supersized version of the most dangerous spider on the entire fucking planet.
What did they name it?
The Newcastle Big Boy.
The
deadliest spider on the entire fucking globe.
Well, scientists are notorious for bad naming conventions.
Big Boy.
Big
Only
boy.
Australia. Australia has a lot of Australia's scariest spider is...
No! Enough with the spiders! Let's talk about the camels! There's camels in Australia, right?
But what is it? Well, introducing the huntsman.
Holy sh... Oh, that fills me with intense amount of fear. My arachnophobia. Holy crap. No! Australia, what is this?
Native to the land down under and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves.
Yeah, me! Don't let it fall on the... No! Ah! Oh, I hate it.
Look, in defense of said tourists, I will be the first
I'm not gonna make it through this video. My arachnophobia won't let me.
to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those gangly ass legs and the hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle. Now,
I don't want to think of Slender Man's testicles.
That wasn't bad enough. I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider
is ranged. Don't tell me it's ranged. It has ranged attacks.
rose up to 30 f***ing centimeters in size.
Why? You're an insect. Hunt insects this small. Who are you hunting, children? Stop! Be small! It's okay, it's fine!
Making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long. With being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know, tank build. Unfortunately, the huntsman is f***ing turbocharged.
Oh my god, no!
Now, it's usually a video, but I would inform you that he is also...
Stop! I don't want to see it! Show me a picture of a hot dog! I don't want to see a spider!
highly venomous, because it's Australia.
Of course it has scarlet rot!
However, that's his big secret. The huntsman is a big sweetheart. You see, this
Oh, I'm sure. He's so kind. I just want to give him hugs.
like an SCP, huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless. In fact, seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise.
Yes, that's put that in the Bible. Blessing. Spider.
It's a blessing in disguise, because if you see a
Sure is a blessing because I'm going straight to Jesus after that.
huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them.
Now, don't get me wrong. I hate mosquitoes and I hate flies, but I hate spiders even more.
You see, he understands
I'll get a frog, thanks.
big enough that he should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control. I personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Except for the part where they cause car crashes.
They do?
Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces and cracks, and they do
my flight or flight sentence or flighting. I'm in fighting. Oh, go booga.
by flattening out their body to fit into the gap. Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, yeah, they like to sleep in there, and you've just dropped one into your lap.
Oh God! Everyone's dying. Everyone dead. Gone. Everyone gone.
Now, whatever you do, don't panic or you're gonna crash.
What do you mean? Don't panic. There's a spider. What do you mean? Don't panic. How could I not?
Bird has to
Oh, thank God. A bird. Okay, the bird is a kiwi now. It's a kiwi bird. Okay. As long as we're done with the spiders, this should be fine.
organs and skeleton
How bad can a bird be? It's a bird.
just to lay an egg. This cute little guy is the kiwi.
I didn't. What did you say?
This bird has to rearrange its organs and skeleton just to lay an egg.
Just like humans, right?
This cute little guy is the kiwi bird, a species of ratite native
can't
in New
imagine.
Zealand this time, and the absolute poster child for getting cucked by evolution. You see,
I mean, so did we. Why couldn't we lay eggs? That would have been like not as painful, I imagine.
this walking featherball is actually directly related to the emu, ostrich, and cassowary, being a member of the
Cassowary?
same family of flightless birds. However, there is a problem. You see, the rest of the kiwi
Can we just talk
bloodline
about that? How? You failed at the one thing birds are supposed to do, which is fly. How do you manage that?
actually looked up a build guide before picking their stat spread, and as such made sure to trade the whole flying thing for something useful.
Oh no.
With all of his cousins specking into
Knife
speed,
crimes.
size, and some kind of offensive capability.
Oh my God,
So
it's
that leaves the
massive.
question, what did the kiwi pick to make up for not flying?
Yeah, because it's tiny, or at least it looks tiny.
Absolutely f***ing nothing. Kiwis are tiny in comparison to their relatives, coming in at only 4 kilos in weight and
Kinda
50
cute, not
centimeters
gonna
tall.
lie.
This is because Kiwis evolved largely on an island with no natural predators, so they downsized and traded out the knife feet and bloodlust for just being a little guy with a good attitude, which honestly worked pretty well for them.
In Australia? No, I don't believe that.
Until the British did British things, and now they have to deal with cats and dogs trying to eat them. And considering this build was not designed for PvP, they have been clapped so hard by invasive species that they are now unfortunately an endangered animal. But getting shafted by the British is just the beginning of the generational violation
I mean, who didn't get shafted by the British? Everyone did.
of the Kiwi.
They're the British.
Because these poor feathered fruits can't even reproduce without getting f***ed over. You see, the kiwi bird's cousins are famous for laying huge eggs. I'm talking
Wow.
rich in protein macros in one meal-sized eggs.
No,
And
no.
you would think
Hell
that
yeah.
is because they are large. And you would be wrong. Because their vertically challenged cousins have to lay eggs the same size. A kiwi bird lays eggs.
That's the size of its body.
The
How?
size of their body. With the egg being so bloody large, it rearranges their internal organs and
Look! Are you seeing this? What?
stretches their rib cage just to be able to hold the thing. For reference, that is like a human giving birth to a 15-kilo child. That's not a bun in the oven anymore. That's a whole f***ing bakery. This wasp is basically a xenomorph.
Yeah, wasps, they're really not fun.
Introducing the tarantula hawk wasp, possibly
Tarantula hawk wasp, what did you do? What crimes did you commit to get a nickname of the tarantula hawk? Two horrifying things. And then some wasp. You were 3-0.
one of the most nightmare-inducing insects on the planet. And
Of
the reason
course.
it's such a threat to your mental health is because its hunting and reproduction strategy is ripped
no.
straight from Ellen Ripley's autobiography. But before we get to the strats, you're gonna have to learn a little bit about it first. Native to
Okay.
Australia, because of course it fucking is, this fucker is the largest wasp on the planet. Coming in at a massive 2.5 inches.
No! Why? Look at it! Look at it! Look at it! Imagine you're walking in a park and then that thing comes flying by you.
Which, I mean, boys, we would all agree, well above average, right? Huge. And this is probably the most effective 2 inches has ever been because it has the second most painful sting of any insect on the planet, coming in just barely behind the bullet end. Pack and a half-inch stinger with a potent venom that has been described as blinding, debilitating,
I love that we are showing clips of Coyote Peterson. That guy is a mad lad.
electric. Now, the size and poison aren't just for nothing, because as the name tarantula
Hawk
suggests,
wasp, yeah.
they are purpose-built, genetically perfect killing machines designed specifically
Oh, what do you mean arachnophobia? No, don't show more spiders. Oh, we go.
to violate spiders.
No! Why? The heebie-jeebies.
Making Australia
I'm good.
basically
I'm
an
good,
all-you-can-eat
I'm good.
buffet for them. But they don't just execute the spiders. No, that'd be too normal. Hawk wasps use spiders to reproduce in one of the most horrific ways possible. And that all starts with a female hawk wasp hunting down a tarantula. As the rough bulking spider takes a wrong turn down a dark alley, the hawk wasp, noticing the 8 sets of TNs on his feet, proceeds to fucking jump him, flying down from above to land a sting into the spider's abdomen, instantly and permanently paralyzing it. The Bug Harbour butcher then proceeds to drag the still completely conscious and aware spider into an isolated kill room, which is where the fucked up part really begins. Because
Oh no.
our wasp isn't hungry, it's pregnant, and proceeds to lay its egg on the paralyzed spider's abdomen. After about 3 to 4 days, that egg hatches into a larvae. A very, very hungry larvae. Fortunately, there's a whole bunch of fresh food right here underneath them. That food being the still paralyzed, still very conscious and aware spider. The larvae burrows into the spider's abdomen and gets to work converting it into a KFC family bucket, consuming it from the inside out, purposely avoiding vital organs to keep the food nice and fresh. After it's done consuming a living being, the larvae breaks forth from the demolished corpse like a fucking chest burster and fucks off to continue the generational arachnid violation. Anywho, good luck getting any sleep tonight.
How about we just how about we make wasps extinct? We can do that. We have the technology. Let's just make that specific wasp not alive anymore. How about
This
that?
seal is such a menace that
Woo! I'm so happy to see an animal. A seal, thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jesus. A seal. Oh, my God.
he routinely gets the cops called on him. Introducing our protagonist, Neil
Look, he's such a gooby goofer.
the seal, a 600 kilo
Oh, wow. He's way... Okay, that's way bigger than what I initially thought. Holy crap.
absolute unit of a southern elephant seal from my home state of Tasmania in the land down under.
Of course, what else would it be?
He's known for, above all else, being an absolute fucking menace to polite society. But despite his crimes, we all still truly love him.
Obviously.
But what are his crimes? Well, see, he seems to just fucking hate traffic cones and road safety in general. has regularly
How could you be mad at something like that?
been caught trespassing, and then
goop.
once he has been caught trespassing, belligerently screaming at locals because they won't give him his fucking fish, and has been known to just block roads by plopping his fat ass down directly
It's probably like cold and the street's like really warm, so he's just like chilling there.
in the middle of them. However, hands down, the funniest shit he has ever done was just straight stopping this random lady from going to work. I shit you not. This
I'm trying to
motherfucker
save you.
crawled out of the ocean, up the beach, crossed the road, absolutely fucking bodied this woman's poor letterbox, and then proceeded to plant himself directly in front of her fucking car. She was then unable to go to work because this half-ton beefcake was camping her driveway for so damn long. Local news had time to drive out to her house and cover the fucking story.
That's amazing.
Now, this is a lot of
You
men
can't scare me. He's just a goofy goober.
for a
I
single
love
sealed
him.
cause. But the funniest part of this is, old mate isn't even fully grown. He's like 5 years old.
What do you mean?
If you think he can fuck things up now, wait until he's nearly 2 solid ass tons of
That's not real. No, that's not real.
blubber and takes issue with the wall of your house. I do not think that seal damage is covered on my fucking insurance plan, dude.
It should be. It's Australia.
Wombats defend themselves by throwing it back. But to understand
I am sorry. Would you repeat that again?
Wombats defend themselves by throwing it back. But to
Please, you have my undivided attention.
understand how the fuck they actually do it, you're gonna need to learn a little bit about them first. You see, Australia is home to 3 species of these bad boys, all of them equally adorable,
Ooh.
and very importantly, all being burrowers, meaning they
And dangerous, I imagine. It's a wombat.
had a nice little hole for themselves and the family to live in, because, like the rest of us, they can't afford a fucking house in this economy, man.
Yeah, like, come on, stop. What is that? The house economy has to crash, like goddamn.
They go to around 1.3 meters in length, but despite being small, they are built like fucking tanks, weighing in
my
at a
God.
chunky ass 35 kilos, but despite their weight, I shit you not, they have a top speed of 40k an hour.
Do they roll? Oh, wow. What in the cardio is this?
Now, the fact that they can nearly get booked in a school zone, coupled with them being a tank-class marsupial, forms the start of their defense strategy. So you see, a fun fact about wombat anatomy is they spect all their defense points into their ass. Rather than having fat and muscle, a wombat's cheeks are made out
Are they clapping their ass cheeks and just emitting sonic
of 4
eruptions?
thick plates of fused cartilage, making it extremely solid. And this Kevlar BBL allows for the fucking funniest defense mechanism I have ever seen on an animal. Basically, if a predator tracks down
What's
Mr.
that?
Wombat to his burrow, it'll stick its head in and start trying to dig him out. In response, the Wombat will line his ass up with the tunnel door, chuck the gear shifter into reverse, and fucking floor it backwards up the tunnel into his aggressor, slamming his ass into its head. The impact then squashes the predator between his steel cheeks and the roof of the burrow, straight up crushing its skull like a Mortal Kombat fatality. I cannot make this shit up.
What? Its cheeks is that powerful?
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
No, not the plants. No, not the plants.
Touching this plant will put you in the hospital.
No.
This is the
No.
Gimpy Gimpy plant, a piece of foliage
The
native to
Gimpy
land down
Gimpy
under.
plant.
And surprising no one, not only is the thing venomous, it is in fact the most painful plant on the planet. Because yeah, no, of course, man, even the fucking leaves down here have a problem with
Why?
me.
Why are the
In
plants
rainforests of
aggressive?
Northern Queensland,
Relax.
these hell bushes are covered in tiny hairs that, upon closer inspection, aren't hairs at all and are actually thousands of
Needles.
hypodermic needles.
Why?
that
Who
stab
are-
you and
who are
break
you
off inside
protecting
your skin
yourself
if you so
from?
much as brush them. Once
You're
inside you,
plant.
these needles will inject you with, I am not kidding, neurotoxin and cause
Yeah, of
absolutely
course.
excruciating pain. I mean, like comedic levels of pain. With one person describing it as being covered in hot acid and electrocuted, and another woman saying that it was straight up more painful than childbirth and she'd given birth 4 times. And the fucked up part is, the neurotoxin isn't even lethal. So this spiteful of a plant is hurting you purely for the love of the game.
No.
Mind you, there are reports of people saying getting stung by this thing is actually worse than being put in the ground. This is because Groot's little hellspawn cousin here can continue hurting you for literal years after being stung. This is because those thousands of little hypodermic needles are actually made out of silicon, meaning your body can't break them down. And with how thin they are, your skin will usually close up over the top of them, meaning that these neurotoxin emitting slivers can sit inside your skin for literal years, releasing more neurotoxin anytime that they're moved or disturbed. This constant, chronic, agonizing pain is so unbelievably bad that there have even been records of, trying not to get banned here, people Alt F4ing existence to make it stop. This particular incident came from a man who accidentally used one of the plant leaves as toilet paper.
No. 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 No! What do you mean?
I don't think it gets much worse than neurotoxin
I don't think it does.
to the nuts.
What?
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in a fight. He gets jumped. But that
I mean, that's debatable.
begs the question, which animal does win?
A hippo, obviously. Have you seen a hippo?
Stepping into the ring at 5 meters long and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,500 kilos, I present to you the hippopotamus.
It's kinda cute when it's a baby. A baby. Wrath personified.
Causing a 100 long line at the gates of heaven after a fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work
Oh, look how cute they are. Also, their jaws are so powerful they can crush a watermelon with ease.
Moo Dang has done for the hippopotamus community, doesn't change the fact
What the frick was that?
that Moto here is
No, I'm good. I ain't gotta see Moto. I'm good. Madagascar's already scarred me. I'm good.
in Ford F-150, the temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very
that's
specific
horrifying.
reason. You can't fucking hurt it. You say the hippopotamus...
Aha! Lost in American guns! Which I am sadly not a part of, but haha! Lost in American comrades! United Nations! Unite!
possibly the tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot, especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically Don't believe me? Here is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions trying to convert it into a family meal. Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single fuck. If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it, neither can.
Whoa, I thought lions hunting like, one male, multiple females hunting.
Mufasa and his
Those are all males. What the frick?
extended family can't hurt it, neither can you.
Nani?
However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are, in fact, violent,
What do you have to do to defeat a crocodile?
psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half. A hippo's jaw
Was that the bite of 87?
produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force. So if he catches you,
What's that in freedom units? I need the conversion.
grass,
Yeah, look! Why? Why can you do that? Who are you? Who are you hiding from? Who are you fighting? Why can you do that?
you are the watermelon. And as if
You are not a dinosaur. Relax.
the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget
That era is over.
220
Are you fighting a dragon? Why?
fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly, the bite doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour. Getting hit by a charging hippo is like getting hit by a fucking bus. There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
I mean, I can probably take a hippo. Like, hear me out. All that blubber, what's it gonna do? It's gonna make you an easy target. So I'll just like, hurrah, hurrah, and I'll touch left, and I'll touch right, and I'll give him one of these, and I'll give him one of those, and voila.
In
Success.
summary, don't f with the hungry hippo.
In summary, Australia.
A lot of people are scared of snakes. But have you ever wondered what snakes are scared of? The answer is this bird. Introducing the secretary bird, native to the continent of Africa, and a prime example that being a hater...
Wait, so this one isn't Australia? Is that legal?
He's off. Coming in at 1.3 meters tall with 4.27 kilos in weight, this lanky
and tall. It looks cool and tall.
Nay, expertly fucking engineered by the gods themselves with the sole purpose of violating the ever-loving out of any garden hose that so much as looks at it the wrong way.
Wow.
You see, these bad boys are birds of prey, but unlike their cousins in the same category, they are primarily...
Let me guess, they are birds that doesn't fly, defeating the purpose of being a bird.
Terrestrial, which means they spend most of their time on the ground.
Why bird? Why burp if not gonna burp things?
This is because their preference for diet is sentient slithering sausages. However, with
you can find those in the air. There's no reason for you to be ground. You're not burp.
This thing being
I say the same thing to ostriches.
To Africa, their preferred meal
Satan Savannah
also just happens to include some of the deadliest predators on the fucking planet. Does this stop the secretary bird?
No.
No, mate. Despite having no natural venom resistance, these absolute fucking gigachads will eat cobras, boom slings, and black...
Whoa! Cobras? No! How? Explain to me how do they take down a cobra?
Boom slings,
what's stopping them from eating people?
And black monsters.
I mean, like,
these absolute fucking
look at this.
Will eat cobra.
Look at the size of the cobra, look at the size of the dude. I don't know why you're smiling, that bird could eat you.
Boom slings and black mambas without breaking a sweat. But how do they hunt these things without getting bitten? Simple. They just kick the out of them.
Wow. Them legs, though.
You see, those long-ass legs aren't just for show, as a secretary bird is capable of accurately curb-stomping a snake's head into the ground with a force equal to 5 times their fucking body weight. So when a secretary bird...
So, why though? Why?
Like to eat, they start out by stomping the ground around dense vegetation. This causes snakes in the area to poke their heads out of their houses to see what the f is going on. The snake then looks up in horror as the secretary bird locks onto him, sprints over at Mach 9, and then...
That is insane.
This bird is a vampire. Introducing the vampire groundfinch, native to the Galapagos Islands.
Ground! Why burp? Why burp if you're not going to burp? Your wings! Swoosh, swoosh, use them! Why burp if you're not going to do the burp things?
And a great example of the horrifying affronts to the universe.
There should never be the word ground in any bird's name.
That evolution can produce when it decides to do a little trolling. Now you see, at first glance, this is the most boring vampire you can possibly imagine. Coming in at a...
How do you? It's a vampire. By definition, it's the opposite of boring.
Measly 12 centimeters and a...
I mean, that's pretty big if you think. I think that's average size. That's huge, actually.
20 grams in weight.
Ooh, That's kind of small.
Rocking the feather pattern I can best describe as a Minecraft dirt block, and as it turns out, the bastards that wrote Twilight lied to me because it doesn't even fucking sparkle.
This is the skin of the killer bone.
So if it's missing fangs, angst.
Do vampires sparkle in Twilight? What's up with that?
Okay,
Are they
and the
gay?
funny accent.
You must bounce on it.
How does it qualify as a vampire? Simple.
One.
Drinks a shitload of blood. You see, most birds eat seeds and insects, and while the vampire finch can eat those too, there is a problem. They live on an island, and that island is very small. In fact, they're only found on 2 of the Galapagos
Dawn and Wolf Island.
Islands, and small islands means a far smaller amount of that food to go around, to the point where these finches can't rely on it as their sole source, which for a bird usually isn't a problem, because, you know, they don't need a plane ticket to just f*** off and fly somewhere.
Can birds actually fly, like, to a different continent? I don't think so.
However, as the name suggests, the vampire ground finch can't fly for shit. So, how do they get their food? They suck it out of someone that can. This, don't laugh, is the Nazca booby. Hey, stop giggling back there. Another
Scientist. Ladies and gentlemen, scientists.
species of bird native to the islands. They are
Isn't
very
there a
strong
bird called the Great Tit? I'm pretty sure there's one called the Great Tit.
flyers that feed on fish. They also nest on the islands, which is where our feathery Nosferatu comes to play. You see, when the boobies... Stop giggling. Come to roost, the vampire finch will sneak over and hop onto their back. Then, using their razor-sharp beak, they will poke a very small, borderline painless hole into one of the bird's flight feathers. Once the blood is flowing freely, the vampire finch gorge themselves on it. See, as it turns out, blood
How do the birds not notice this?
is macro-friendly. And considering these things are living creatures, they just make more blood. In essence, giving the vampire finch an infinite food source. In fact, they can get so much blood from these birds, it is not uncommon to see multiple finches sucking from the same booby. I'm sorry, I can't say that shit without cracking up.
If I go to the next one, it's another bird that doesn't do bird things, I'm gonna crash out.
This spider hunts with...
No, I have arachnophobia. This is so much worse. No!
jump scares. But how?
Oh, girl, the spooner jump scares. I love that.
Introducing the trapdoor spider, a family of arachnid containing hundreds of species found in every continent on the globe. Meaning, yes, for once, this bad boy could be in your backyard and you'd never know. Now,
I would prefer to never know.
Trapdoor spiders are particularly interesting compared to other spiders due to their hunting
I don't need to see this!
method. You see, normal spiders tend to spend several hours spinning up some elaborate art piece for a fly to clothesline itself on. And tarantulas just jump But trapdoor spiders, yeah, they hunt with a door. Very early on in life, trapdoor
I love how you use the Minecraft spider sound effect there.
spiders dig themselves a hole. This silk-lined burrow will then serve as its home for basically its entire 20-year lifespan. Hell, they basically
Why? You a spider. You don't need to live that long.
never leave the thing, like some neckbeard living in his mum's basement. But they've still got to eat, and since DoorDash does not deliver to spiders, this burrow doubles as their method for catching food. You see, they use their silk to craft a trapdoor over the burrow entrance. Then, using their fantastic arts and craft skills, they just bolt a bunch of random shit to their front door so it blends in perfectly with the floor. After finishing their construction project, they will spin up a bunch of basically invisible strands of web on the floor in the surrounding area that act as tripwires,
Ooh, that's kind of cool actually.
feeding information back to their neckbeard nest whenever something steps on it. And when some unfortunate insect steps a little too close,
Money!
This spider.
I dislike that very much.
Is
No! What do you mean 2 in a row? Is the third one also spiders? It better not be. God damn it.
the world's biggest spider.
Ah!
But why the f is it that big? Introducing Theraphosa blondie, a tarantula.
Say that again.
Introducing Theraphosa blondie,
Theraphosa blondie. Beautiful name.
a tarantula surprisingly not native to Australia for once. It's
Wow.
found on the other Tyrannid hive continent.
Is it Africa?
South America.
Oh.
Yep, let's
No offense to my viewers from Africa.
address the elephant in the room.
Ah! No!
Yeah, this thing is fucking huge.
Why? What? For what purpose?
Coming in at a frightening 175 grams in weight and 12 inches in leg span.
Damn, boy, he's thick.
And those legs are not the only place it's packing inches, because Shelob's cousin here is packing fangs that measure a huge inch in length. For scale, that is like a 6-foot human packing canines the length of a fucking ruler.
Is that Tyler 1? I don't know if he's 6 foot tall.
But the important question, why the f is it so big?
Yeah, why? What are you hunting?
And the answer is that I have withheld information from you. You see, I introduced
No.
this girl by a Latin name.
No.
She's much better known as the
No.
Goliath bird eater
No.
tarantula. That's
No.
right, this EDF
No.
spider, not unlike me, would fucking kill for some KFC. Literally. These vile titans will quite happily hunt birds, Remy, frogs, and even
Lizard.
and they do all of this without a fucking web. Yeah, Goliaths are a pure melee build, hunting by prowling
Strength
jungle floor,
build.
sensing for movement with incredible
Go hunt that other bird with the karate kick. I want to see a 1v1.
sensitive hairs on their legs. These hairs pick up vibrations in the air, which tell them when something is close. And once their spidey sense tells them that Remy's in range, they fucking jump him, biting him with those daggers they call
God.
fangs, and injecting him with fucking neurotoxin.
Of
If I
course.
go 1 week without covering neurotoxin, of course this thing has it too. You know, I give up. I give up. They then drag their prey back to their burrow and
Why can't it just like inject the prey with Sprite or something colorful, like rainbow juice?
spit up acidic digestive juices in order to suck their prey up through a fucking straw.
Yeah, all spiders do that. It's
Australia
horrible.
just found a new record-breaking insect. But before
Oh!
I show him to you,
Oh, kill!
how the f do we keep finding new bugs? You see, Australia is home to an estimated 200,000 species of insect, which is pretty damn impressive, especially when you consider the only place you're going to find more bugs than that is by counting the fucking roach population in Asmongold's walls.
Oh God! What? Asmongold is rich. What is he living in? That's gross.
Scary part of this is that out of that 200k, we've only actually identified 62,000.
So how do you know it's 200,000?
Meaning that we have no idea what nearly 3/4 of the bugs in the country actually fucking do.
You like jazz?
And so it should come as no surprise that while exploring Australia's dense rainforests, 2 scientists discovered a new record holder for the largest
I discovered that.
insect in the land down under, and it's a fucking stick bug.
Ooh.
Introducing
What kind? Holy gosh! Put it back!
Alta, and coming in at a full 40 centimeters and 44 grams in weight.
For
I
what? You
don't
a
think that
stick!
qualifies as a stick insect anymore. That's fucking Groot. Australia's very own Erd tree avatar was discovered in Queensland. Because of course it fucking was.
Kill
And
it.
despite being enough inches in length to make any man jealous, it's actually completely harmless. However,
Harmless, you alright? You look at that, and you tell me that's harmless? I will slap you.
However, given how many...
It's only harmless because it doesn't... I see spiders! It's only harmless because it chooses not to harm me.
size bugs we already have. If we find any more, I think they're gonna send the fucking Helldivers.
I think they should at this point. God damn, that's horrifying.
Now, as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't
God.
bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30 centimeters in size.
Australia! Stop! No! What is the matter with you? The world does not need more of your oogly booglies. Stop making new ones! And I don't want to hear, oh, it's a tiny bugger, ain't he? No, it's not! Mr. Australia! Cut the didgeridoo crap and make the creature digitally dead! No! That's literally the worst! Hi. My name is Master Sky, and welcome to Australia! We have, oh god! But don't worry, there's also some, Jesus Christ! You know, maybe the next picture will make me feel better. That does not make me feel better. But don't worry, it only gets worse from here on out. Yippee! But before we begin, please guys, for me, subscribe to the channel and stick around to the end. Now let's get right into it, shall we?
This spider can remove your limbs.
No! Why? You have 8 legs! I only have 2!
But how? Introducing the brown recluse. Native to the
No!
United
Why do we
States
have to
of
start with
America,
the spiders?
and a prime example of don't judge a book by its cover. Because despite only coming in at a huge 2 centimeters in length,
I'm good! If I see that, take me to Jesus! I've seen enough down
the
here.
spider equivalent of default character customization,
Oh,
this
God.
little f***er is a level 500 rot build that gives Melania a run for her money. You see,
I am the Buddha, Blade of Australia, and I've never known defeat.
a bite from a recluse starts in the most American way possible. With your
Okay, no, tell me something. Why does a spider have a poison build? Why do you have to damage over time it? Like, that's just spite. You're not a spider, you're a spiter. Stop! Go get some help. Go
you
see a
accidentally
therapist.
stepping foot onto his private property.
We don't need
causing him
this.
to exercise his Second Amendment rights.
Oh,
But
God.
considering a spider can't really hold a gun, he's gonna settle on biting your ass. Now,
Was that the bite of 87?
You smack him away, all's well. There is just one small
Why isn't there an Australian Spider-Man? I need to see that.
problem.
Oh, God.
Congratulations, you are now the proud owner of necrotic venom coursing through your veins, which at first does nothing. You walk back to your house, the bite starts to sting
I don't know about you, but that's what I'll look like when I walk back to my house.
a little more. You feel sick.
Oh,
The
God.
wound
No.
swells.
No.
And the
No,
blood
no, no, no,
vessels
no.
around the bite
No.
burst,
No.
turning it a deep red. Over the next few days, that color shifts.
Black.
Red to purple
Oh, that's
to
better.
black.
No! He said the
Literally-
thing! He said the thing! What is the most horrifying creature in Australia? It has to be the spiders, right? Please tell me there's nothing worse than the giant spiders with a poison build! The spiters! Cause they kill you out of spite!
Destroys and kills the surrounding tissue in a process called necrosis. This causes the skin
we're not going to look that up.
literally rot and fall
Oh, God.
off of your body. And if you don't catch it in time, that rot's gonna spread.
Why?
Lucky, it'll only make you violently ill and leave scarring.
Tell me why? Why do you have to inflict scarlet rot? You have to eat the prey. I'm guessing you don't like goopy rotting prey.
If you're unlucky, it just keeps spreading and venom starts to destroy your blood cells and shut your organs down. Now, there's kind of only one solution to that, but you weren't using that arm anyway, right?
Australians have to be the coolest people ever if they all had robot arms.
This isn't a spider. It's a
Oh,
snake.
good! Oh, that's not good!
Introducing the Iranian spider-tailed hornbill.
Even the snakes are doing spider things! Yeah, pick a lane! Stop it!
As the name suggests, native to Iran, and
Oh,
you are all probably
Iran.
wondering why the f this snake
Iran,
decided to
out
attach
of
a cosplay
Australia.
of the average Australian resident to his tail. The answer is food. You see,
Of course.
every known snake species
No.
is a predator. Some eat
Oh,
Andy,
okay.
others eat Remy, and the spider tail, not unlike myself, absolutely fucking loves KFC. But the birds
KFC is
famously
pretty
tend
right.
to fly, and last I checked, note ropes don't have wings.
You say that, but like, I bet you in like 1 year, we're going to find a new species of snake that has wings, or even worse, propellers. Gubba 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 spiders,
So, how does
snakes.
this viper get his zinger box? The answer is again food.
Uber
You
Eats.
see, birds eat insects, and the spider
Uh-huh.
tail knows this. So rather than trying to chase his prey down, this lazy fucker has evolved the evolutionary equivalent of DoorDash. You see, when a viper feels like a meal, it'll start the hunt by finding.
Do you know what this spider reminds me of? Do you guys know that snake guy from Rango with like the Gatling gun on his tail? This is that snake.
outcrop to curl up on like a couch. And due to the camouflage on his scales, this
Was
snake
Rango in
becomes
Australia?
practically invisible. Once he's nice and cozy, he begins to slowly wiggle his tail back and forth in front of his
God,
face,
that
perfectly
motion,
mimicking the
though.
motion of an insect. Think of this as him placing his Uber Eats order. Meanwhile, up in the air, our undercooked chicken tender is flying around when,
No.
holy
No,
shit,
don't do it.
a free meal! What a delectable bug, just sitting there on that rock. And so, Tweety Birdie swoops down to grab himself an insect Happy Meal. And just as he's about to reach his meal,
No,
Isn't
the bird. Well, it's an Australian bird, so it's fine.
Australia's scariest spider is hiding a deep secret.
Keep it hidden. Keep it hidden. I don't need to know it.
But what is it? Well, introducing the
I think I've seen this one before.
native to the land down under and the #1 cause of tourists absolutely shitting themselves on camera.
Ah! I hate
And look,
them.
in defense of
If I go to Australia, I need a shotgun.
tourists, I will be the
Not for the spiders, for myself.
first to admit, yeah, this looks scarier than a f***ing job application. Those gangly ass legs and the
God.
hair make him look like Slender Man's testicle. Now, as if having a negative charisma stat wasn't
God.
bad enough, I regret to inform you that the huntsman spider grows up to 30 f***ing centimeters in size.
Australia! Stop! No! What is the matter with you? What is this? The world does not need more of your oogly booglies. Stop making new ones. And I don't want to hear, oh, it's a tiny bugger, ain't he? No, it's not, Mr. Australia. Cut the didgeridoo... Cut the didgeridoo crap and make the creature didgeridoo dead.
Making it the largest spider on the planet by leg span and legally allowing Subway to market him as a foot long. Now, being the spider equivalent of a Ford F-150, you'd think he'd have the common decency to be slow, you know, tank build. Unfortunately, the huntsman is f***ing turbocharged.
No, that's literally the worst. Why? Ah!
Now, it's usually at this point
Why?
in the video that I would inform you that he is also highly venomous.
Oh,
It's
yeah, of
Australia.
course, why not?
However, that's his big secret. The huntsman
angry.
is a big sweetheart. You see, despite
No!
their secret,
No!
huntsmen are incredibly timid, and on the rare occasion they do bite, their venom is harmless.
Oh,
in fact,
okay.
seeing one of these bad boys in your house is a blessing in disguise, because if you see a huntsman in your home, I guarantee you won't see any annoying ass flies or mosquitoes, because he's eaten them.
Look, I hate mosquitoes like the plague. But mosquitoes aren't the size of my hand.
See, he understands
I
he's
gotta
big
be
enough that he
honest.
should be paying rent, and so he contributes to the household in pest control.
God.
I
I will just buy pest control. I'm sorry. I'm not having a giant enemy spider living in my house.
personally have had one of these bad boys as an 8-legged roommate, and I can tell you they're pretty good company. Except for the part where they cause car crashes. Yeah, you see, huntsmen like to hide in tight spaces.
Oh, God.
Cracks,
No.
And they do it by flattening out their body to
Oh,
fit
wait,
into the gap.
I remember this.
Now, in the house, that usually means you'll just find them behind a painting, but when you're flying down the highway at 110k an hour and decide to flip down the sun visor because God is trying to flashbang you, Yeah, they like to sleep
God! It's over. Like, yeah, I'm gone.
in there and you've just dropped one into your lap. Now, whatever you do,
Stop,
if you
no!
see this thing T-pose, run.
Nuh-uh.
Using the anteater,
I
a
can take
goofy
that.
little
Oh, it's anteater.
creature native to Brazil.
Surely
And
it's not that
why
bad.
the absolute stance on
Surely.
this bad boy is a threat to your health, you're going to have to understand a little about his lifestyle first. Now, listen, I know this may come as a shock to you, but the anteater
Eats ants.
eats ants. And weighing 40
No
kilos
way.
and 1.8 meters in length, it needs to consume upwards of 40,000 ants per day. Now, in order to help him hit his bulking goals, the anteater has a mystery mouse tool stored inside that XL sniffer. A 60 centimeter long tongue.
So it's a straw with a built-in straw. Australia, what the frick is going on?
Designed to snake its way down an ant colony's tunnel network, smash into their living room, and abduct the entire
no.
cast of Bug's life and convert them into a high-calorie meal. However, what that tongue do only goes so far, as an ant colony can extend up to 4 meters underground, and termites live in high-rises, which means our boy here is going to have to do a little excavation to get to
Oh,
the goods.
dig!
But
Oh, yeah.
last
Okay,
I
cool.
checked, an anteater can't go down to Bunnings and buy a shovel. So how does he dig? Oh, that's simple. With
Claws?
the combat knives
Yeah.
he has for claws. Yeah, anteaters are permanently cosplaying Freddy Krueger with a set of 4-inch claws, which, proving the effectiveness of a few inches, can crack through
He speaks the truth.
f***ing concrete. Now, these
Why?
are great for digging.
You
but
eat
they are
ants!
also
Why do you wield combat knives? What are you gonna play CSGO? Stop it!
capable of flatlining you. When threatened, the anteater will rear up into a defensive T-pose. This is your sign, if you are
Defensive
smart, to
T-poses.
turn around
And run!
all the way off. If, however, you were, say, some dumbass trophy hunter who really felt the need to try and stab an animal for no reason other than ego, the anteater will swipe at you with those claws, which are at the perfect
Decapitating.
height to nail your inner thigh, slip through your flesh like butter, and sever your femoral artery, causing you to bleed out in 2 minutes while the anteater watches you go meet your ancestors. Can you imagine having to explain to your ancestors who felled woolly mammoths you got your packed up by the most unserious creature on the planet hitting a T-pose?
Look, to be fair, it's a straw with a built-in straw that plays Valorant. So, it's not my fault it wields karambit knives.
Dolphins get drunk.
Dolphins are so evil. Oh my god. People like to romanticize dolphins. Dolphins are horrifying.
But why? Well, you see, the dolphin is by far and away the smartest animal in the ocean. In fact, they're actually the second smartest thing on the planet, just behind you and me. This means
Really? Dolphins are the second smartest. Huh.
they are smart enough
I
to
didn't know
understand
that.
that the ideal way to spend your night is more plastered than Chad and Max on your average Cold Ones episode. There is just one problem. Last I checked, there's no bottle-o in Bikini Bottom. So how does a dolphin get fired for all? Simple. They abuse pufferfish. You see, due to the lack of underwater alcohol, dolphins need to find other ways to get their fix, which is where SpongeBob's driving instructor comes in.
Honestly, dolphins getting drunk is the most Aussie thing I've ever heard.
You see, pufferfish contain this really cool and totally not dangerous substance,
Neurotoxins!
tetrodotoxin. What is
what is that?
tetrodotoxin?
Yeah.
You know, it's only one of the most potent natural neurotoxins on the fucking planet. This shit will freeze you.
Can we talk about pufferfish for a minute? Spiders have like venom and can shoot like sticky webs. Snakes have lightning speed and venom. Eagles have like can fly and sharp talons. Pufferfish was like, nah, I'm a balloon. It's your own fault for that. Evolution kinda knocked you over, man.
Heart and lungs in under an hour
Water.
with a tiny
Water,
dose.
we
And
must
it's the
cook
reason
the
why
puffer
cooking a
fish.
puffer fish requires a dexterity check so you don't, hit the poison gland and get yourself deleted.
Ooh. I need to play ball
Now,
skate again.
puffers carry this as a defense mechanism as poison accumulates in their organs and skin. Why is that important? Well, you see, I kind of lied. Dolphins don't get drunk. They get high on neurotoxin. Pods of dolphins will bully pufferfish until they inflate, then partake in a literal puff pass. By lightly squeezing the puffer in their mouth, they receive a small dose of neurotoxin, which has a narcotic effect, allowing Flipper here to trip balls before passing the unhappy basketball onto the next submarine stoner.
Watching dolphins be like, yo, pass the blunt, is not what I thought I would witness when I woke up today, gotta be honest.
Flipper and friends saw the deadliest neurotoxin on the planet and said, fuck it, let me try some of that. Dolphin.
Didn't we do the same thing with capsaicin?
Most snails aren't scary, except for this one. This one's Australian.
Of course it's Australian, God! No! Why?
Cone snail, an aquatic
cone
mollusk
snail.
native to the land down under. And as seems to be the requirement when sharing your postcode with a kangaroo, you guessed it. It can quite easily cause your neck snap to be in a coffin.
Of course it has toxins,
This
doesn't
This
it?
bad boy right here. You see, despite most snails having a reputation
Weird
for being
peen.
slow goobers that get folded by a salt shaker, the cone snail is a highly effective ambush predator. And you may be wondering, how the fuck does a creature that moves slower than the GTA 6 development cycle hunt anything? Well, that's simple.
Wait,
has
it
a
hunts? Wait! The snail hunts! Explain! Lord above, explain!
That's right, Gary's murderous little cousin here is a roadhog, mate.
What?
And he hunts
What?
by slowly but surely stalking up on his prey until he's just within range, and then bang! The cone snail does a quarter
So
foot.
this goddamn snail turns into a foxy jump scare. Australia has a snail that's a FNAF jump scare. Are you shitting me?
Spitting out a tooth harpoon at 90 kilometers a hour. This
Underwater of all places.
harpoon then nails its prey, allowing them to reel it in like he's playing Scorpion.
Get over here.
And in case that wasn't bad enough, as seems to be a requirement for
Neurotoxins.
sporting on
Don't say
Australian servers,
neurotoxins.
It's venomous. That harpoon also injects its prey with a highly potent neurotoxin that paralyzes it. This means it cannot put up a fight as it is sucked into the snail's ginormous maw like a nightmarish version of Kirby. And, just in case you thought for once you might be safe, cone snail venom is potent enough to kill 700 people with one sting. Oh, yeah, and there's no anti-venom. Because it's not enough that it can kill me. No, I have to die knowing there is zero counterplay.
Wait.
Who balanced this
They gave the snail a one-shot. The snail! The oogly boogly slow moving snail they gave a one-shot to, okay.
shrimp can cause explosions.
I'm done. I'm done. I am freaking Australia. I can't.
Main goal is to blow up.
Introducing the mantis shrimp, native to the West Indo-Pacific Ocean and possibly the coolest crustacean under the sea. Because this fluorescent armored sausage is actually a voracious, bloodthirsty predator rocking enough surveillance equipment to scare the CIA with a weapon powerful enough to surpass Metal Gear.
Its eyes look really weird.
The mantis shrimp is a highly effective predator, and they find and track their prey with easily the most advanced set of eyes on the planet.
Good.
First
That's
off,
so scary.
Each of these eye stalks can rotate independently like a periscope, giving them a full 360 degrees of vision. However, more importantly, they can see colors we can't. You see,
Can you imagine that? They can see colors. We can't. Yo, dude. You ever seen Blurple? It's really cool, I
The
swear.
mantis shrimp's eyes contain a full 15 photoreceptor cones compared to our 3. Which is a fancy way of saying they can see in 16K HDR with ray tracing enabled at 500 render distance. Now, not only is the visual...
I want to make a cone. What's this thing called? The mantis shrimp. I wanted to play Minecraft with the ray tracing.
clarity unmatched, they can also see into the infrared and ultraviolet light spectrums. And despite all of
Why?
this, they still can't find who asked. What they can, however, find is their next meal. The mantis shrimp subsists on a diet of fish, worms, squidward, and, most importantly, Mr. Krabs. Now, crabs famously exist inside of a defensive shell. So, how does
What is that?
little gentleman?
What? Is this the new SpongeBob?
Crabs famously exist inside of a defensive
That is horrible.
shell. So, how
I
does
hate
this
that.
polite little gentleman break into the shell? Simple. He throws hands. That's right, weighing in at only 90 grams and 38 centimeters in length, the mantis shrimp has a punch that produces 15,000 newtons of force. That is 176
What?
per gram. So if a human was capable of that same kind of force, a right hook from someone who weighs 80 kilo
Would go through
get
them.
hit in the face with 6 sticks of dynamite. Now, to produce that force, its claw needs to be moving at 83 kilometers an hour, which is so fast it creates a vacuum in the water called a cavitation bubble, which then immediately collapses at such a speed it creates a mini explosion.
So these animals either went like, alright, neurotoxins, poison, or literal hands.
That flashbangs the target.
I don't know which
and
is worse.
reaches a temperature hotter
Both.
than the
Both,
surface
actually.
of the sun. Mr. Krabs is getting f***ing disintegrated.
Money, money, money.
This is honestly horrifying.
Koalas are really dumb. You see, koalas feed exclusively on eucalyptus leaves. Oh, it's also highly flammable and burns like napalm. Because Australia.
You're a plant! Why are you rocking up with the Fire Aspect IV? Bro, go make chlorophyll! Why are you out here making elemental balls?
They literally have a smooth brain.
No way! The smooth brain is real! You know that meme? What a dog doing? We should replace it with bug and make it what a bug doing. Because what the heck is this? You've heard of pain. Now get ready for pain 2. Hi. My name is Master Sky, and welcome to my new favorite country, Australia. I am afraid of this country. All those oogly booglies are eventually gonna find their way across the ocean, so I'm hoping the sun swallows us before that happens. Because what you're about to witness will change you. But before we begin, please guys, subscribe to the channel and stick around to the end of the video. Also, YouTube has this new hype thingy. Can we get this video to 1 billion hypes? I just want to see what happens. Now let's get right into it, shall we?
This is Australia's most common snake, and that's quite a
good.
problem, because it's also one of the world's deadliest.
Oh, great!
Introducing the eastern brown snake.
Wait. This snake's name is Brown Snake. Y'all name the snake by its skin color. What are you, racist? That won't do. Starting right now, we'll call the snake Slim Jim. Nah, you guys give it a name. I'll heart the best comment. It has to be funny though.
Native to quite literally every state in the land down under. And unluckily
The
for us,
land
this
down
asshole
under.
has earned himself a silver medal in the
Wait,
Night Rope Olympics.
if the snake is everywhere, is it in the ocean? Why is the snake under the water?
category. Coming in second place for the most venomous snake in the world.
Oh,
it is
good!
worth
Your
noting
native
that
snakes is the most venomous! Great! I love Australia so much!
third and first place are unsurprisingly also both held by Australian snakes.
Of course, where else would it be?
Because God hates us. However, unlike first and third, the toxic
What is... What?
here
What
a
is
far
this?
larger problem.
What do you...
Because putting
wait.
it lightly, He's
I don't know why, but I imagine the snake doing the Fortnite dance without arms or legs. Can't even be a Fortnite dance at that point. Oh, cool!
the
It's
eastern
fast.
brown is one of the most
What
territorial
is this? What is this? Why is it doing the oogly boogly dance? Stop it!
species of snake in the world, which is a scientific
You a snake! You slither! You don't floppity floopity!
way of saying they operate on the US home defense philosophy. If you dare
what's that?
put a pinky toe onto this guy's property, he will bite your ass, injecting you with a
course
hemotoxin
not.
that can send you to heaven via blood
You
clot
know,
in
why is that? Why can't we just have civil conversations like animals?
under 30 minutes if left untreated. But
Oh,
hey,
great.
stay off his property and he'll leave you alone. Right? Yeah.
I don't believe that! Nah!
One problem. His property
Is all of Australia!
is your property.
Oh, okay.
That's right. The eastern brown doesn't live out in the middle
Can we add snakes to Minecraft?
of nowhere like his slightly more deadly cousin. This fucker
Oh.
is so at home in the suburbs, he drives a f***ing Prius.
Why?
You can find
I am really happy I'm from a country that has very little
this
snakes.
burnt piece of spaghetti literally anywhere. Go to put your shoes
God.
on, he's turned them into a 2-bedroom home.
No, that's like my worst nightmare.
Hop in the car to go to work. Yeah, unfortunately, that's his car now. Get to work on
Why? What's up with Australian animals and getting into cars? You can't drive, it's my Volkswagen. Bugger off.
the job site. What do you know?
You can't have
He
it. What is this? Time for smoke. The smokes are taking a snake break. Wait, what the? The snakes are taking a smoke break.
works here too. Try to take a shower
What did I say the first time?
after a long day at work. F off. He's moisturising.
No.
You can't even take a shit in the comfort of your own home
No, if you show me a snake in the toilet, I will crash out.
without running the risk
Don't
of
do
the
it.
dunny
No!
being
What is this?
occupied.
You
In
look
fact,
like the pipe. Who are you trying to fool?
these bastards are so omnipresent that out of the 200 species of snake in the country, this ginormous asshole makes up 60%
Why?
of snake bites. What a cunt.
41% fatalities. Brown serpent, guardian of the ball.
This adorable little octopus
Oh, I think I've heard of this thing before.
is also the world's deadliest.
Why are you touching it?
Introducing the blue-ringed octopus, a
And it looks so cool.
species of cephalopod native to Australia, and in a shock to precisely
I love that Australian song. What is the name of that?
0 people at this point, it's venomous. Because of course it's f***ing venomous.
Of
Why
course,
wouldn't
why
it be
not?
venomous? That'd make my life way too f***ing easy.
Australia is like mostly the outbacks, which is like mostly desert. Like, you'd think like the oceans would be safe, but nah! Because, look, the way I saw it was, desert equals very, very aggressive and dangerous animals. Water, good, less dangerous animals. But Australia was like,
to its credit,
nah!
unlike most of the toxic
See this octopus? Give it rings of death!
this hellscape I call home, they at least have the common decency to be coloured like a fucking neon sign.
Well,
However,
that's nice, I
it immediately
suppose.
loses this credit by being the octopus equivalent of a fucking hobbit.
I'm so glad the octopus has blue rings in the blue ocean. God, this is perfect.
Coming in smaller than a 50-cent coin. And this
Whoa.
is a problem, because it is the most venomous octopus in the world.
What? For what?
That's right, this fluoro spaghetti ball
I don't understand. Venom for what? For who?
is packed to the brim with
Minecraft.
neurotoxin. More specifically,
course.
tetrodotoxin. You know, the same shit that turns
Tetrodetoxin. Tetris.
cooking a puff fish into a quick time event. Yeah, these little guys
yeah.
are packing it too. However, because
Oh,
it is
yeah.
Australian, the blue ring
Does his hat say Amaterasu? What am I looking at?
on violence timing and is the only animal in the world to use
Oh, it is
this
Australia.
as an
I'm so
offensive measure
dumb.
by way of a venomous bite. But what is
Was
the
that a
venom
bite of it
actually
of
do?
Australia?
Well, imagine you're wading through the rock pools with the homies and you accidentally disturb this little gentleman's residence. The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense, suctions on
Squidward!
bites you. Best part, it's completely painless. So if you're distracted
Oh, great, a painless bite.
by how thick your mate's looking in those Speedos, you aren't going to feel shit.
Now hold on, you want to run that by me again?
The blue ring, taking the American approach to home defense, suctions onto your leg and bites you. Best part, it's completely painless. So if you're distracted by how thick your mate's looking in those Speedos...
Like, bro, why are your hamster kind of looking?
You aren't going to feel shit. That is, until your face starts tingling like TV static.
Oh,
It's warm
great.
out here under
Tingling
the sun, but
faces.
You weren't sweating like this 5 minutes ago, and now you got a headache. You start to feel
You just don't go into the ocean. The octopus has rings of death.
sick.
Not to mention the rest of the ocean. It's the ocean. Don't go in it with your legs. Walk land.
Weak. You go to call out, but your voice comes out slurred like you just knocked back a bottle of vodka.
2 shots.
I never understood that. The wet bit where the thing has where the creatures has flippers. That's its bit. We have legs and limbs. We walk on the land. That's our bit. You go into its bit, you're gonna get bit.
Of vodka?
And then suddenly, your legs come out from under you, and you hit the beach. Fun fact about tetrodotoxin. It's a paralytic.
Oh! You're going to be paralyzed in the ocean. Top 10 places, top 3 places to be paralyzed. Number 1, Australian oceans.
Freezes
Number
up your
2,
muscles one by
Ohio.
one, starting with your arms and legs, which is why you're kissing the sand. You know what else is a muscle? Your diaphragm, the muscle that controls your breathing. And
But lungs? Okay.
yeah, turns those bad boys off too. And
Oh,
so
great.
your chest stops rising and falling, and you suffocate to death right there on the beach.
I am letting my homie die mouth to mouth.
You may be wondering, how come no one
Would you? Alright, there's a bit of a weird question. If your homie gets bitten by a blue ring octopus of death and you need to give him mouth to breathe, would you do it? Would you actually? Would you give your homeboy mouth to mouth? I 100%. I'll suck it. I will. You ain't dying in my watch, brother. Tell your wife you love her yourself. We're getting you back.
called an ambulance?
Someone asked me that question. I was like, yeah, I ain't letting you die.
That's easy. They didn't have time to.
Like, you know the saying, it's not gay when it's with the boys.
You went up to meet your ancestors in under 20 minutes.
Wow!
I ordered your ass with same day shipping, and this little delivered. Employee of the month.
He's not pregnant, but he delivers. That's amazing.
This snake can
and
take
horrifying.
your arm off.
Tis but a scratch. Scratch? Your arm's off.
Introducing the
Tis a
fertile
flesh
lance, a
wound.
species of pit viper
Whoa,
native
whoa,
to South.
a what? A fertile lance.
Off.
Introducing the fertile lance,
No way is that Australian. No way.
a species of pit viper
It
native
has to be a French snake.
to South America and Mexico.
Oh, okay, Mexico.
This particular nope rope having quite possibly one of the nastiest fucking bites in the world.
Alright, now before we discuss what the bite does, how about the snake, instead of injecting Satan's wrath into your bloodstream, how about you just bite me dead? How about you just rip off my arm? How about that? I would much prefer that.
This is a fairly major problem because this little has the temperament of an eshay at a train station,
An eshay? What's that?
being incredibly aggressive and extremely
Is that a British meme? I don't get British memes.
territorial. In fact, this toxic garden hose
It looks more
is
like an Alibaba than an Eshra, bruh.
such an aggressive little within its range, it makes up an average of 50% of all snake bites.
Wow.
However, despite the huge number of attacks,
Snakes
it's
already look really evil. Like, every other animal got like limbs and legs, and snakes was like, nah, I'm a noodle.
only
I'm a noodle my
fatal in
way.
6% of bites. So
Okay, well, 6% fatality, that's okay.
why is it such a problem? Just because you live the bite doesn't mean you'll want to. You see, when a fertile lance bites you, this
that's a
massive
bite of- no.
viper sinks its huge...
Bro, why are you so happy? Well, look at you. You got a big smile on your face and you're holding a death noodle. Wipe that smile off. God damn it, David. Oh, Frank.
viper sinks its huge inch-long fangs into your skin and injects you with 2 teaspoons of venom. You will at this point notice a little status effect bar appear on the bottom of your screen.
Oh, great. More Elden Ring debuffs.
Don't worry about that. That's a mystery mouse Cthulhu that'll hurt us later. Upon being bitten, your blood pressure immediately crashes lower than the stock market.
I want to know the mystery.
And you start to feel very ill. The bite wound feels like you've been shot in the leg. You start sweating like someone's looking through your browser history. And then you start puking your gut.
Wait, you put the one word and everyone knows exactly what the name. Maybe who is searching pomegranates? I don't know.
Shortly followed by your collapse into the ground in agony. Now, Fer-de-Lance venom is hemorrhagic, so while you're having a frat
no,
the venom
blood hemorrhages,
is breaking down the walls of your blood vessels, causing massive internal bleeding. At the same time, it's seeping into your bloodstream, causing it to thicken and start throwing clots. But hey, you're in luck. You were the buddy when you got bitten. They rush you to the hospital, and because it's such a common snake bite, they have the anti-venom on hand and administer it immediately, counteracting the venom's effects. There is just one problem. The mystery mouse Cthulhu is still there, because anti-venom is not necromancy. So, all the dead tissue around the bite caused by the blood clots and internal bleeding, yeah, still very dead. In fact, it's so dead
but we have regeneration. Don't we?
It's rotting on your still alive body in a process called necrosis. I can't
I hate necrosis.
Are you a photo of necrosis?
I don't want to see a photo of necrosis.
But to put it in a term you can understand, the snake applies scarlet rot. Now, so long as that rot's still attached to you, it's gonna spread. So, there's only one way to stop it.
Don't say amputate.
Cut it off.
No! God freaking damn it! Spite snake.
This is the deadliest.
How about, alright. How about we calm down, Australia? This is the third goddamn. Let's talk about koalas. They're cool, right?
Snake in the world. Introducing the inland taipan, and being the deadliest
well, at least it has a fun name.
In the world, I will give you exactly one guess as to where it's found.
Mars! Scooby-Doo!
It's Australia, of course.
Of course, yeah.
Of course, it's fucking Australia. Be so serious here. Where the else did you think you were going to find it? Canada? More specifically, as the name suggests, the taipan is found inland in the outback. Luckily,
taipan. The outback looks horrifying. Why is the ground red? It is the ground. It should be brown.
Extremely far from civilization, because this homicidal hospital hose is the
He looks like such a goober.
definition of
He looks like Fren. If not Fren, why Fren shape?
size doesn't matter, because despite having extremely small fangs for a venomous snake, coming in at only 6.2 millimeters, the taipan is here to show you that you absolutely
that's kind of massive. To be that's pretty huge, actually.
can feel less than an inch, because those fangs contain the statistically deadliest snake venom on the fucking planet.
See? It's not about the size, it's about how you use it.
Taipan venom is
There's hope for me. Not for me, for a friend of a friend of a friend whose name I cannot speak.
a pina colada of pain, containing, but not limited to, hemotoxins to cause blood clots, toxins for paralysis and necrosis, nephrotoxins to shut down your kidneys, and 3 different kinds of neurotoxin. Needless to say, if it bites you, you will get it.
I'd be more surprised if it didn't have neurotoxins.
Vomit up the entire contents of your stomach, collapse to the ground in agonizing pain, and then your heart and lungs will stop, sending you to meet God in under 15 minutes. And that venom is so fucking potent that one bite contains enough toxin to do that to 100 people. But
you killed rats! Why you so much venom? For what? You want to hunt an elephant? Is that what you want?
Venom is that in the wild, they only hunt rats and f***ing mice.
So why do you have so much venom?
Deadliest venom on the planet, and they are using it to pack up Remy the rat.
It's a squeak squeak, oh, chomp chomp, gone. You don't need the poison. You can get a rat. Get this. You can catch a rat without neurotoxins. I've done it. The cops won't even stop you.
It's like hunting a rabbit with a fucking AWP.
That's the cutest f***ing thing I've ever seen in my
Or a
entire
rocket
life.
launcher.
Counter-terrorists win.
Nice sausage.
Komodo dragons are horror villains.
No, I like Komodo dragons because give them some wings and, you know, they're not dragons, but they have wings.
I mean, seriously, this industrial-sized lizard is easily one of the biggest assholes in the animal kingdom when it comes to hunting methods, packing a PhD in suffering and a double degree in biological warfare purely because
deep breath.
they cannot be expending effort to hunt. You see, Godzilla's little...
How do Komodos that literally just sparked like a curiosity bubble in me. How do they hunt? They're not agile. Don't tell me they have... Do not tell me those things have toxic poisons. I swear to God.
In the world, weighing up to 166 kilos and being a full 3.13 meters in length, which means, for the short kings in my audience, if you're brave enough, bang a motor transport right there.
Hell yeah! 5'9", guys. We ride tonight.
Now, being the reptile equivalent of a Cadillac Escalade means that the Komodo dragon needs to consume a lot of calories to keep that bulk going. However,
it's so
rather than
slow.
using that bulk to proactively chase down and body slam its prey, they can take down prey 3 times their size because, as if being a reptilian tank was not enough...
Don't say talk. Do not. Listen, more parents. We dealt with 3-4 snakes. Please, don't
They
do
are
it.
also venomous.
No!
This isn't just your run-of-the-mill snake venom that, you know, gives you a nice quick 15-minute death. No.
How about you throw hands? How about that? You by muscle, big hairy, I throw a hand. Why do you adopt?
Komodo hunt starts with running up to its prey and giving it a nice big chomp on the leg, injecting it with hemorrhagic venom. After biting, the Komodo
More blood
dragon
hemorrhages.
off and just sits there watching. The confused and bewildered animal runs off into the forest, leaking blood, allowing that Komodo dragon to track it like a DoorDash order.
Oh, great.
A week
I
goes
love
by,
that.
and that bite wound isn't closing because hemorrhagic venom prevents blood clots.
Right,
So
right.
the animal is still slowly bleeding out, and the Komodo is still watching.
Oh,
More time
God.
passes. That bite wound gets infected because Komodos are carrion feeders, meaning that the inside
they
of their
carry a
mouth
bunch
is full
of-
of enough rotting flesh and bacteria to give Asmongold a run for his money. The infection begins to drain the animal's strength.
What's with the dig at Asmongold?
And the Komodo is still watching. Another
That's
week
horrifying.
passes.
You look behind you and it's still there.
Infection has spread,
Oh, great.
and the flesh has begun to rot. And you
Holy
best
crap.
believe that f***ass lizard is still there watching like he's waiting for his meal to heat up in the microwave.
That's how I look at my sausage in the microwave at 3 a.m. I transform into Komodo dragon.
Bleeding, disease-ridden animal becomes too exhausted to move on its own and collapses. The Komodo strolls over and eats it alive.
Why? The least you could do is put it out of its misery.
Shredding it into chunks if it's larger, or if it's small enough, swallowing it whole as it screams on the way down.
That's a baby.
Even for me, man, that's fucked. Komodo dragon.
That's worse.
A gorilla can't beat 100 men in...
Well, I feel like I could definitely beat 100 gorillas. Wait, I feel like 100 master skies can definitely take down 1 gorilla.
the fight. He gets jumped. But that begs the question, which
Because I am more monkey than the gorilla, so I will win.
animal does win? And the answer,
Oh, the hippo.
stepping into the ring at
Hippos
5
are
minutes
horrifying.
and weighing in at a genuinely frightening 4,000.
Someone told me that this fat on hippos is not blubber. That's just freaking stacks of leather. That's like biting into a burger and the burger's texture is belt.
500
A seasoned
kilos.
belt.
I present to you the hippo.
I hate the fact that I like that. It's so cute, but I have to remember it grows up to become a crazy person. He's so adorable. Why not friendly friendship? Stop it! You cannot mess with my heart like this.
Fight is honestly pretty plausible. You see, despite the fantastic PR work Modang has done for the hippopotamus community, doesn't change
Who is this gremlin? I have to, like, investigate her.
the fact that Moto here is a sentient Ford F-150, the
Moto like it.
temperament of a fucking serial killer who can win this fight for one very specific reason. You
Muscle.
can't fucking hurt it.
Muscle, big macho.
You say the hippopotamus is possible.
No! Slow down, stop. You have violated the law. You cannot be that massive and that fast. No, my brain will not accept it. Stop it.
The tankiest land animal on the fucking planet, packing
No, it's not. Isn't the elephant? Whatever.
an unbelievably thick 2-inch hide. Now look, we all know 2 inches is a lot,
Oh yeah, 2 inches, massive, absolutely gigantic.
especially in the sheets, but in the streets of the African savannah, this makes them practically...
Wait, hippopotamuses are from Africa? No! Aren't they from like the savannah? Or is the savannah in Africa? I don't know. Whoa! Title
Here
card!
is a hippopotamus walking away from 10 lions
baby.
trying to convert it into a family meal. Notice how the hippopotamus does not give a single fuck.
If Mufasa and his extended family can't hurt it,
Wow.
neither can you.
Wait, those were a lot of male lions. Hang on. I thought there's one male, multiple I don't know.
Family can't hurt
Bro,
it,
I don't know.
neither
I don't
can
live
you.
in the jungle.
However, don't let the fact that it's walking away fool you here. The hippopotamus is not a peaceful animal. They are,
Yeah,
in
with a
fact,
jaw like that.
violent, psychopathic, 4.5-ton thundercats that can and will bite you in half.
Why are more people not afraid of hippos? They are horrifying.
A hippo's jaw produces 2,000 psi of pure crushing force.
Which is
So if
enough
he
to crush a
catches your
watermelon. Yeah. Why? Why does this exist? Why have we allowed this creature to roam around?
ass, you are the watermelon.
And as if the hydraulic press wasn't bad enough, don't forget they've got two 20-inch
Oh, yeah.
fangs in that mouth that'll put a hole in you big enough to stick your f***ing arm through. But honestly, the bite doesn't even f***ing matter. It weighs 4.5 tons and can run at 30k an hour.
No.
Getting hit by a
What?
charging hippo is like getting hit by a f***ing bus.
There is no way we are winning a fight against something that could probably take out 10 people just by rolling over.
The horrifying.
Koalas are really dumb. In fact, Australia's fuzzy icon is probably the dumbest thing on the planet.
kinda
and that
like it,
stupidity
though.
starts with their
Look
diet.
at him,
because
he's
all
just
the
a
things they could
goober.
have chosen to eat, they chose to eat nothing but straight up poison.
Oh yeah, that too.
You see, koalas feed exclusively on eucalyptus leaves, which, shocking no one, are highly toxic because they are full to the brim with
Thank you,
eucalyptus oil,
Australia.
which is so fucking poisonous that as little as 3.75 mil is enough to land you in the afterlife, with the Reaper asking you why the fuck you felt the need to eat a leaf.
Why?
Oh, it's also highly flammable and burns like napalm, because Australia.
You're a plant! Why are you rocking up with the Fire Aspect IV? Bro, go make chlorophyll! Why are you out here making elemental balls?
Despite nature putting up this giant do not eat sign, that did not stop the koala, because he can't fucking read. This suboptimal bulking diet not only gives the koala all in the way of nutrition, but also requires their body to rest to filter out the toxins so they don't
Oh,
fucking
that's why
cark
they're
it.
always sleeping.
Meaning they need
EP.
to spend
EP.
upwards of
We should
18
call it
hours
EPs.
a day sleeping in
Holy
order to
crap,
just
that's me for
digest
real.
their fucking food.
These
I
dumbasses
wish.
spend most of their life in a food coma.
That is, however, if they even get to the
So what you are saying, they are high 22 hours of the day. Damn.
food to begin
I'm
with,
kinda
because they
jealous.
are so mind-numbingly brain dead that they will not recognize a eucalyptus leaf as food unless it is on the branch. I could give this dumbass a lifetime supply of food, and if it wasn't on a stick, he would starve to death. It should come as no surprise to you at this point that the koala has such an esky temperature IQ that they literally have a smooth brain.
No way! The smooth brain! The smooth brain is real!
The thoughts slide right off of this dumb c***. I love him.
I love him too. Look at him.
Cool.
It kind of reminds me of B. Well, I suppose we'll end this here. I freaking love More Parz, so please let me know if you'd like to see more. If you want it, I will make it. And yeah, I suppose that'll do it for me. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see all of you in the next horrifying Australia video. If you guys want more, that is. I don't know. You guys decide my fate. But anyway, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye. Shaking my head back and forth. Riding ass, tasting plants. Hi. If you like this video, then please be sure to like, comment and subscribe to the channel. We also stream every Friday on Twitch at twitch.tv/themastersky. Or if you really love me, wink wink, then come support us on Patreon at patreon.com/mastersky to stay up to date with all of our new projects. And we also have a Discord server. We're looking for new members, so come say hey. Looking forward to seeing you there. Bye bye.